Welcome, here I've got OPPO Reno4 Pro 5G and I'm gonna show you the top tricks of its camera. So at first we have to tap on the camera button here to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's see what we've got here. Let me start with this settings bar. As you can see here, by going to the left or right, we can change the modes of this camera. So we have the night mode, video mode, standard photo mode, portrait mode and more. So here in the right with more we have access to other modes of this camera: text scanner, sticker, Google Lens, movie expert, panoramic, extra HD, slow motion and the time lapse. So this is a lot. I'm not going to speak about all of this now because I don't have much time. I suggest you to making experiments with that and just have a good fun. Now let's stay on the standard photo mode and let me start here by tapping on the screen anywhere like that. As you can see, we have access to this ring with this plus and minus icon. So the ring is the focusing. We can focus anywhere we need, and when we tap a little bit longer on the plus and minus icon, we get access to the exposure compensation. So as you can see, we can manage the light of the picture. By going up, we can make our photo just more bright, and by going down, we can make it more dark. So this is how it works. Of course, to go back to the auto exposure compensation, we have to just tap anywhere we want once again and it goes back to the auto. Now let's have a look at these buttons here. Here we can manage the lenses of this camera, and this is connected with the zoom. Now we are in the ultra wide angle lens, and by going to the right we can get much closer. So as you can see, this is connected with the zoom. Let me show you how to get closer to the subject. We can do it by using two fingers like that, and also we can easily go back. So this is how to use zoom. I think this is really close zoom here. So now we can easily go back to the standard lens. Let's stay on this and let's move to this settings bar here. Let's start from the left. The first one button is the flash. Here we can turn it on every time we take a picture. We can also turn on the auto flash, so the camera recognizes when it's needed, when it's too dark. And here we have also access to the fill light, so we have the torch, as you can see. For now, let's keep this turned off and let's move to the next one button, the HDR. When we tap on this, we can turn it on every time we take a picture. We can also turn it on the auto, so the camera recognizes when it's needed, when it's possible to have this. I suggest you to keep this on the auto because HDR helps to improve the details in the brightest and darkest areas of our photos, and it really helps to making our pictures just more beautiful and brightful. It's especially cool when we take landscapes. Now let's move to this button at the center. Here the OPPO gives us some extra button to dazzle color. So here we can, by just one tap, turn it on and off to improve our colors at the picture also. So this is really cool option that we have this also. Now let's move to this button. Here we have access to the filters. As you can see, we have this slider and we can manage it like that. We can make our picture just more beautiful before we take it as we need. For now, let's go back to the original and let's go to the right corner to this button. When we tap on this, as you can see, we have access to 4 other more advanced buttons of the camera. Let's start from the left. This is the camera frame. Now we are in 4:3, so this is 4:3 aspect ratio. When I tap on this, we can change it to 1:1. The square one, as you can see, the background of the camera has changed here. When I tap on this once again, we go to the full frame, full aspect ratio of this camera, and this is how it looks like. Once again, we go to 16:9. This is how to change this. And when we tap on this once again, we go back to 4:3, the original one. The next one button here is the camera timer, so we can change the delay of taking a picture. When we tap on this, we can pick the delay 3 seconds or once again 10 seconds. To turn it off, we have to tap on this once again. For now, let me stay on the 3 seconds to show you how it works. As you can see here in the shutter we have also the number 3, so let me take a picture now. Here we have the countdown, and the picture was taken with 3 seconds of delay. For now let's go back to this settings and let's tap on this twice to turn it off. Now let's move to this button. Here we have quick access to the best possible quality of this camera, 48 megapixels, so just one tap to turn it on and another tap to stay on the standard picture size. Now let's move to this button from the right with settings. When we tap on this we can open the advanced camera settings. As you can see, this is how they looks like, so let me show you a few of them. Let's start with the volume button, the first one option here. When we pick this, we can manage what our volume keys which are here do with cooperation with the camera. So in the standard usage, these volume buttons allow us to control the volume, but in the camera we can manage this. We can pick from volume, shutter or zoom. For now let me pick shutter. To show you how it works, let's go back to the camera and let me try to tap on these buttons now. And as you can see, now by tapping on this, I can easily take a picture. So this is a really cool option. Now let's go back to the settings. Let's move to the shutter sound. Here by using this button, we can turn off and turn on the camera shutter sound like that. The next one option I want to show you here is the location. So here when we have this we can save the location of our picture, so the place where we take it. By using this button we can turn it off and turn it on, but also here the important information is that to make it work correctly, when we want to save the actual location of our photo, we have to be connected with the internet, for example the Wi-Fi, and we have to turn on the location of this device. So remember about these two parameters to make it work. Now let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera to take another picture. And let's move here to the left corner at the bottom. When we pick this button, we get quick access to the gallery, and this is our photo. Here in the left corner we have short information about the city where we take the picture, and to check more details about the location we have to move to the right corner at the bottom to more. Here we have to pick the details, and at the third position here we have the location with the full address. So greetings from Kraków, Poland. This is how it works. Let's go back to the camera and to the settings in the right. Now let's slide a little bit down and focus on the photo settings. First one option here is touch to take photo. By using this button we can turn it on and turn it off like that. This is one of my favorite options because when we go back to the camera, now we can tap on the screen anywhere to take a picture. So we don't have to use shutter, we can take a photo by just one tap like that anywhere we need. So let's go back to the settings from the right. Let's slide again to the photo settings and focus on the grid option. These are the grid lines of the camera. By using this button, of course, we can turn it on and off. For now, let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera to see them. And it shows us these lines. This is useful when we want to use the rule of thirds in photography or making experiments with composition. Also remember that these lines are not visible at the real picture, so when I take a photo and when I go here to the left corner at the bottom once again to the gallery, we can't see them, so they are only to help us taking better pictures. Of course, when we don't need this, we can easily go back to the settings, slide again, tap on this button, and for now they have gone here. So now let's go again to the photo settings here, and let's move to the watermark, to the last one option here in this category. When we pick this, we can manage the watermarks of this camera. We have the phone model watermark. By using this button we can turn it on and turn it off, and with this watermark is also connected the custom one, so when we tap on this we can add our own watermark, for example HardReset. And okay, but remember that this is connected, so you can't add the custom without the phone model watermark. The next one here is date and time watermark, so the timestamp. Also by using this button we can turn it on and off. And here we have access also to the location watermark, so we can make our location visible at the picture. Also by using this button we can turn it on and off. As you can see, we can add just one of these watermarks, 2 or all 3. For now let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera to see them at the real picture, so let me take a photo. And let's go again to the gallery here. So this is our picture. The watermarks are here in the left corner at the bottom. Let's get closer to it. And as you can see, we have OPPO Reno4 Pro 5G watermark, so the device watermark, then custom one hard reset, and in the second line the timestamp and the location. Of course, when we don't need this, we can easily go back to the settings, then to this, slide again to the photo, pick the watermark and tap on these buttons. So for now this is turned off. When we take another picture, the watermarks should be not visible at it. And now let's go back to this camera settings. After managing all of this, sometimes we want to go back to the auto settings. We can do it by using the last one option here. And this is also the last one option I want to show you. Restore to defaults. When we tap on this, we can reset settings and go back to the auto in all of this. And that's all. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.